Before we get into today's video, I just want to draw you guys' attention to my t-shirt. If you've seen my channel before, you'll know my band Wooden Elephants have a new album out. We have merch and you guys can get it. The link is below this video if you're interested in the 100% cotton eco-friendly t-shirts. We have them in white, black and also in a vest top. You can get the CD form from us direct if you send us a message, and you can also get the album in digital format from BandCamp. Links are below. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. On this channel we post writing tips, unboxings, book hauls, book reviews and the occasional vlog. Today we are discussing soft versus hard magic systems. If you've seen my channel before, you'll know that I read a lot of fantasy. It is my genre, I love it, and a lot of fantasy has magic to some extent. And as we discussed in my hard versus soft world building episode, if you haven't seen that, the link is above me now. The same system applies to magic systems, and it is a broad line where you could be anywhere along it. Both sides have pros and cons, and that's what we're going to discuss in this video. Before we get into this video, don't forget, if you like what you see, to subscribe to this channel. If you'd like to see as soon as I upload, click that little bell down below. Your support means a lot, so thank you guys so much. First of all, what is a soft magic system? A soft magic system is a system with little to no rules. For example, Gandalf in Lord of the Rings. No one knows what he's capable of. No one knows what happens if he goes overboard. No one knows what his magic can do until he does it. This can be a good and a bad thing. On the opposite side of that scale, we have hard magic systems. Hard magic systems are systems that have consequences and rules. Full Metal Alchemist is massively on this spectrum. You all know the rules and there are consequences when you go overboard. Similarly, The Last Airbender is midway into this, so slightly on the harder side. Their magic seems to be based on how much they practice it and build up their strength, like a physical attribute. In the middle of the spectrum, you have things like Harry Potter, where the only rule seems to be, do you know the spell or not? As long as you know the spell and have a working wand, you can do whatever you like. There doesn't seem to be any consequence for the person casting the spell or any training to do, apart from when we see the mind training to block Voldemort out of Harry Potter's mind. As we say, this is more middle ground. There are unexplained soft magic as well as the hard rule of knowing the spell. So looking into soft magic systems with little to no rules. We don't know as the reader how the magic works, we don't know what it's capable of or what it is limited to. Number one is both a con and a pro, and that is fluidity. So this is, there are no set rules to your magic system. They could use it whenever they want. It doesn't seem to limit them in any way. This is a pro because as the writer, it means you can use this magic whenever you need to, but likewise it is a con because the reader will cotton on to this, and if there's no limitation, then why don't they just fix it with the magic? This can mean your reader can get bored and ultimately stop reading your book. That doesn't mean to say you can't make a soft magic system interesting. Harry Potter, as I said earlier, is definitely on this scale, and yet we all got sucked into that one. Con number two, it doesn't help your world building. A lot of world building is making your world relevant and real to the reader. If you don't have any rules or boundaries, then why would it seem real? But on the pro side of this, it can make stuff very magical indeed. A lot of fairy tales are soft magic systems, so we grew up on it. As for hard magic systems have rules. They have limitations, they have things you need to do in order to use that spell. A pro of this is that the reader can understand the world and know the character can't use their magic to get out of that situation, therefore building tension and making it relevant and believable. This also helps with your world building, it rounds off your world, keeps the reader interested. On the con side of this, a limitation means you can't always use it. You could write yourself into a corner. When writing a hard magic system, you need to think about the style, its costs, its its limitations, and its rules. By style, I mean how is magic going to be created? In Harry Potter, we have the wand. In The Last Airbender, we have the elements of this and the hand movements. How would your magic be made? Then you have the cost. What does it cost your character to use this magic? As we've seen in Harry Potter, nothing. Just need to know the words. The Last Airbender seems to be, and this is the most common form of hard magic system, the abilities of the character themselves and their own physical and mental attributes. Or is it going to be a life for a life, like in the Full Metal Alchemist? You need the things there or it will take away. Number 3 is limitations. Where does it stop? So in The Last Airbender, how do they stop being stronger? What makes that person stronger than this person? And number 4 is the rules. What do you need to do that magic? What order do things have to be in? Do you need to have water nearby? Do you need to have this piece of equipment? Do you need to know the certain words? Do you need to be a certain age? Type of magician? Who knows? Rules, make them. This brings me to con number 2 for hard world building, and that is falling into cliches quite easily. As I said earlier, the most common form of limitation and cost for a hard magic system is the life of the person wielding it, and this leads to the stereotypical climactic ending of we don't have the power to do this magic, but we will. Like in Eragon, where to save the dragon, Eragon uses the magic and it passes him out. He survives, of course. We don't want to kill off our main protagonists. But we all know that trope by now, and it's getting kinda old. But however, on the plus side, there is still the tropes which don't seem to have got old, which is the life for a life. If you want to save that person, you gotta kill that person. Da 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 da. The reason it's cliche but sometimes doable is because it involves characters' personalities and other characters. It involves sacrifice from someone else, which really pulls at your heartstrings. Ultimately, both soft and hard magic systems are on a spectrum, so you can be anywhere along this line. If you go full soft, you are getting into the realm of folklore and fairy tale. If you go full hard, you get into the nitty gritty, everyone must know all of the rules magic. Or you can be somewhere in the middle like Harry Potter, where you know there's rules but we can bend them a little. Difficulty with this middle ground is you need to make sure you don't go too far either way. If somehow soft magic always gets them to win, then you're going to become quite predictable and the reader's not going to believe in your story. Plot your magic systems carefully and hopefully all will be well. And that's it for my hard versus soft magic systems. I hope you guys found this video useful. I'm sorry it's quite short. For more detail, obviously go to my world building hard versus soft. The same rules apply to magic systems. It's just thinking of a closer and intricate part of your world. And thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. If you'd like to see as soon as I upload, click that little bell down below. You can also follow me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or Tumblr. I post general bookish pictures as well as my writing tips and unboxings on there. And thanks for watching, guys. Bye!